En Chihuahua canté a Jesucita y a Doña Juanita. Soy el alma de mi pueblo y es mi moza de la calle, al llanero donde me oye. Yo soy el corrido que canta tragedias y melancolía, también alegría. Yo soy el corrido.
Hi, and welcome to tonight's show. My name is Juan Espinosa, and this is Barrio's Expressions. We'd like to express our condolences to Isabel Alvarez, as her grandfather passed away this weekend, and she cannot be here today with us. The tape that you saw as a leader, as our opening, was the exciting Teatro Campesino from San Juan Bautista. They did a free performances at the Bank of America in San Francisco for the lunchtime crowd, and we will be presenting a couple of short corridos that they are using in their play called Corridos that's been happening right now in San Francisco. So we'll be presenting that to you on a 14-minute tape put together by the one and only Dan Rodriguez. And we are very short of crew today, so we're acting a little crazy tonight. I want to thank you for watching, and I will believe we will go to the tape in about 30 seconds. So I want to say we hope you enjoyed tonight's program. If you have any comments, you can call 785-4917. We will take your calls off the air. And anytime you're ready for the tape, I guess we can go for it. Expressions. We're at the Bank of America in San Francisco, and we have with us Frank Gonzalez from Corridos. Hello, Frank.
Hi, how you doing?
What are you guys doing here today?
We came out to help celebrate Bay Area Theater Week, and it's part of a week-long thing that they're doing different promotions out in the city to get people to go into the theaters and participate in the theater life of San Francisco.
Okay, and you're part of an overall group?
I'm part of El Teatro Campesino. I'm the musical director, and we're performing at the Marines Memorial Theater, and we're doing Corridos, which is a Chicano play, and we're really all from San Juan Bautista, which is a really small town about 2 hours from here, and that's where we're based. And we're doing a show that's in Spanish and English, a bilingual show, and basically it's Corridos.
Okay, how long are you going to be there?
We're going to be there through the 29th of May. Hopefully longer. It seems like if the demand from the people is good enough, we'll stay.
Okay. For Raza youth that are into, like, say, lowriding, what have you, can you tell us what corridos are?
Corridos are the canción. Everybody's heard corridos, man, really, when you think about it. But corridos are songs that tell of events and people and places that have happened. But they used to use corridos, and they still do. They use corridos to tell stories like newspapers would. Mm-hmm. You know, you have corridos about, I mean, like in my barrio, when I grew up, there was corridos about the vatos from the barrio that got they're blown away or something happened. A guy would get out the lira and write a corrido about that. In fact, the last corrido that I myself wrote was about the vatos from a barrio called 7th Street in East LA. You know, La Calle Siete. And it's like that. You know, I mean, it's an expression. It's a cultural expression where we describe events. Usually the corridos are not about very common things, but you know, like, you know, pleitos and everything else. And it's been through history. We've been using corridos as in that way. Yeah. And the corridistas, you know, would go from town to town, and they would sing the news. And in exchange, they'd give them some pistón, they'd give them some, you know, rifin, and they'd be all right. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of response have you gotten from the San Francisco audience?
The critics love it. So far, the critics really love it, and the people are coming in. Our audiences are pretty mixed. You know, we got a lot of raza and a lot of Anglo, but. It's been well, and it's building, and I really wish that a lot more of the raza could see this, because this is kind of a historical thing that usually they would stick a Chicano group in the Mission District, you know, and they say, nah, ahí está la racita, you know, you can go over there. Right. But we are in the main theater district, and a lot of raza has not been up to this area, and the theaters are for their enjoyment too.
Okay, that was my next question, was you've taken the teatros out of the barrios, right, say locally, and into mainstreaming, or is there a move to go ahead and take this back into the Barrio so those who can't afford a $17 ticket can also come and enjoy the show?
I think eventually, yes. Yeah. The main problem for us right now is we're trying this, and all our resources are going into doing this because we're breaking waves. Because if we can do this, that means somebody else can do it.
Sure.
And the Teatro Campesino has always been in the forefront of breaking. I mean, the Teatro Campesino was the first Teatro Campesino, first teatro, Chicano teatro, and so we're always trying to push it ahead, you know. And I myself like very much. I always try to do as much as I can in the community, myself with my music, but yet pushing on the other way. It's kind of like they always tell us that, oh, no, why don't you stay over there in the mission district?
Right.
Yeah, stay there, you know. But I say, no, let's go over here.
Okay, real good. Can you tell me a little bit about what's happening in San Juan Bautista with the whole center there?
Right now, we have a theater there now. It's an old spinach packing plant that we converted into a 165 seating capacity theater, and it's dark right now because all our efforts are here, and we came in like an expeditionary force, into San Francisco, and so nothing is happening as of yet. But the summer we are planning some productions, and it's a 2-hour drive from San Francisco, but it's really worth it. The town is an old mission town,
right,
and it's a really beautiful area. You can go in there and there's nice restaurants and see a show, and kick back and enjoy the town.
Okay, real good. If you're interested in seeing corridos, you can come to San Francisco at the
Marines Memorial Theater, Sutter and Mason.
Okay, and you'll be there till?
We'll be there till the 29th, and we have a lot of shows. We're Tuesday through Sunday. We have a matinee on Sunday. We have 2 shows on Wednesday, a matinee and an evening performance, and 2 shows on Saturday, matinee and evening performance. And come, you dig it. You dig it.
Good. I want to thank you, Frank Gonzalez, and gracias mucho.
Ando borracho, ando tomando, porque el destino cambió mi suerte. Ya tu cariño, nada me importa, mi corazón me olvidó para siempre. Fuiste en mi vida un sentimiento que destrozó toditita mi alma. Quise matarme por tu cariño, pero volví a recobrar la calma. Yo que tanto lloré por tus besos, yo que siempre te hablé sin mentiras. Yo que tanto te quise en la vida. Échale, mis compañeros. Pero no lloren tanto, mis amigos. Con el tiempo me adoraría. Esa gitana ha adivinado, pero tu vida ya no es la mía. Hoy mi destino lleva otro rumbo, tu corazón se quedó muy lejos. Si ahora me quieres, si ahora me extrañas, yo te abandono para estar parejo. Yo que tanto lloré por tus besos. Yo que siempre te hablé sin mentiras. Solo puedo brindarte Frank Gonzalez on the harp. The wonderful, marvelous Marcos Loya. And our own
Here again in San Francisco, we have Rogelio and Irma, who are two of the characters in the new play Corridos. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien.
Okay, can you tell me about what your role is in the theater itself, in the play that you're doing now?
Myself, I'm just doing the singing in the back. You know, I have a corrido. Juan Charrasqueado is the only part I have on the stage, but basically I'm doing the singing.
Okay, and your role?
As well as him, we're both lead singers in the production, and I have some supporting acting and dancing roles.
And how long have you been involved with Teatro Campesino?
Well, with Corridos, we've been involved since the workshop production, which began in the summer of '82 in August. And we've been with it through the second time. We were with a play they had in December called The Virgen del Tepeyac. And I was a Virgen and he was one of the vocalists in the play.
Now, say for instance, if there's young people in Hayward that want to be part of Teatro, how would you suggest they go about doing that?
Well, they could probably call the Teatro. The people there are very open and request for an appointment to come in and have a little tour of the place and to meet some of the people. And they would be more than happy to share what there is there with the youth. It's just a matter of setting it up.
Eres un canalla, eres un malvado.
Yo soy el corrido, fui cuando Villa viola sus heridas. Santera Benita, también en Chihuahua, canté a Jesucita y a Doña Juanita. Soy el alma de mi pueblo y escribosa de la calle, aviadero donde me oyen. Yo soy el corrido que canta tragedias y melancolía, también alegría.